It's like just a good time, just kicking it, just talking, whatever, whatever. And it was just crazy when like I started to see him on TV and motherfuckers, you ain't meet that nigga, whatever, whatever. And it's like, what? Why do I need to like share like that lie, whatever? Like, and once again, and I'm leaving out stuff or whatever because you really wouldn't believe it, you know. So I'm just giving it to you in the like quickest, fastest version I could give you, you know, or whatever. But once again, 100% true. I even left him with a dub, you know, to take to the face, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, take this with you, you know what I'm saying? Be good, whatever, whatever. We dapped it up and shit. But yeah, once again, man, that's 100% like true story, man. And thank Chad for, you know, his due diligence. He was like the only one guessing, whatever. But yo, I had the opportunity to kick it with an older brother, man, named Gator, man. Got his own record company, his own publishing company. He's out of Charlotte, North Carolina, man. Heavy in South Carolina. And I believe he's out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know, his family's history goes all the way back to Black Wall Street or whatever, man. But once again, man, we had a chance to chop it up. And I wanted to share it with you. So here you go.
All right, guys, what's good? It's your boy Scott for the playlist here on Twin Radio Syndicate, and now being powered by Spreaker. You know what I'm saying? I got another great interview for you guys, and I hope you'll enjoy it. It's my guy Gator, man. What's good, bro?
What's going on, Mr. Skyland Higgins? How you doing this afternoon, brother?
I'm well. I never got a greeting like that, so that's good, man.
Positive energies. Let me hit you with it. Boom, boom, boom this morning so your life is all good for the day and the rest of your eternity. You feel me?
All right. Well, energy already turned up in here, man. Well, I read in your bio you from South Carolina, and you're pretty much a jack of all trades. So talk about some of the things you do, man. I saw DJing, producing, artist. Like, talk about being, you know, so dope at so many things.
My thing is this: I'm a guy to where I'm true to my roots. I'm true to my ancestors. So I learned a long time ago, because, you know, when we was growing up and we was in school and stuff, we always got the bad books and stuff like that. And then I noticed the kids on the other side of town, the rich kids, they got the stuff better than us. But my people and them, we come from like you say, South Carolina. You know, I live in North Carolina, but I stay on the state line of South Carolina. But my people in them, you know, is out of Oklahoma. I'm Native America. When you guys be talking about Black Wall Street and stuff like that all over the U.S., I rode my bike on Black Wall Street when I was a kid. But you know, we spread it out all over, like in Cali, L.A., San Francisco, like Charlie Wilson. I remember Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band. He used to come around back when we was in high school. You know what I'm saying? He used to wear his boots and his little white Uncle Charlie, his little white cowboy suit and stuff. But I never really knew the influences of the way that we came up, that it would have a dramatic effect on my life the way that it do now. So, like, as far as the music is like a gift. It seemed like I noticed it when I was a kid. I always had a natural talent to pick hints, and it was always like a vibe that it would move me. It would like give me that, like, you know, you ever got that ooh feeling, like that zoom, 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 the inner outer body experience?
I don't know about that, but hold up. You said something about Charlie Wilson, so you saying he's an influence on you, or you actually went to high school with him?
No, Charlie Wilson is Uncle Charlie. Charlie from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm born in Oklahoma. I went to high school in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Charlie Wilson is from Booker T. You know, the Gal Band stand for Greenwood, Archer, and Pine. You know, a lot of people don't know that. Greenwood Orchard and Pine is where Black Wall Street was. I grew up right there. I mean, you know, so that back in, you know, like the late 80s, the 90s, you know, I mean, everybody, we all knew each other. I mean, we, you know, it's not like a big city like New York. Like, where you at right now? You're in New York City, right?
No, I'm in New Jersey, actually.
Well, see, I know the tri-state area too. See, I used to live in Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island. I know across the Hudson too. So that's
okay.
So
but before you get too far into that,
okay,
I want to follow up on what you just set up, like some of the things that are in your DNA. Now, you know, a lot of my listeners, like when they say Charlie Wilson, they like, what? Like, you know, that's somebody like my mom was, you know, familiar with. So what I want to ask you now is, how are you applying like that old school that's in your DNA and being able to make relatable music for today?
Okay, what it is, see, music, you hear that old school throwback sound, and because we got technology, you know how if you're a DJ, you know you can chop, you can reverb. I mean, you can expand that out. You know, I remember way back in like the early '90s, we used to when RZA and them and Wu-Tang. What's up, Josh? What's up, RZA? I'm still here, baby. We used to take the AR-16 and expand it out to like 16 megabits of power. But this old school terminology, only producers know what I'm talking about right now. But so basically, what you do, you just whatever vibe that it gives you. Like, say if you hear some funk melody and you want to put it together with some new school drum kit, that's how you flip it. And then however that moves you, then that's how you put the lyrics to it.
Okay. What has been the feedback on some of your music? I met you through Greg Beasley, and I know he has a radio network, so you've obviously been in rotation in different cities across the country and FM stations at that. So what has been the feedback in regards to your music?
You know, the feedback has always been great. I wouldn't do it if the feedback, because I like to test my music before I put it out there anywhere that I put it out. So what I do when I test it first, whatever tracks that the people jump on, then that's what I push. So if they didn't take to it, then me and you wouldn't be having this interview right here. So, I mean, I consider myself a musician, or I'm an artist, but I took time out to learn the business, because when I was coming up, a lot of people got took in this business.
Okay, wait, hold. Business. I love that. Great segue. I also see that you have a publishing company.
Right.
Now, you know, let's talk about that. The importance of like having, you know, ownership and being able to make music off like being monetized and things like that. So talk about that, and how did you educate yourself on something like that?
Well, I've always been a realist. See, the thing is, I look at things as a whole picture. You know, some people just look at things through their eye level. I'm a spiritual type of guy, so my reality is on a universal type of knowledge. So when people see things, when they're seeing things in their city, I see the earth as a whole and what goes on in the cities and different countries. So and then not only do I see that, I see the different planets and the stars. So just like they used to teach the kids coming up in church, grow with God. So as I've been evolving like that all these decades, everything just becomes smaller. It's like a toy now. So with good energy, you know, you can't get nowhere in life, and everybody going to work every day, putting and giving all their energy out, and everybody making millions, and they're living off the plunder of their hard work and effort. That's not the natural laws of life. And if you don't learn to start doing for self, you're never going to get nowhere in life. So why would I go and take my intelligence and the being of who I am and the melanated person that I am up under the almighty sun on earth, supreme creation, and go do for someone else that I can do for myself. That don't make no sense, right?
Okay, I could dig that. You also DJ as well and produce. So were these self-taught skills, or what were these things that you learned from somebody, a mentor or somebody like that?
Good question. Yeah, everything I do is self-taught. Everything I do is self-taught. Man, I done bumped my head so many times in life, bro. Trust me. If you ask anybody that got anywhere in life, they always done had so many setbacks. That's how they learn. This ain't the first time that I'm doing this. I've tried different methods and things that and they didn't work. But it's one thing life taught me. This is one thing that life taught me, and this is what I move on. I move on vibrations, frequencies, and energy. And if you follow your instincts, your intuitive spirituality, it will always guide you in the right direction in your life. So basically, once I started doing me and using my intelligence the way that I was raised, the way that my ancestors and my people taught me coming up, everything just fall into place. And that's the way I'm moving. I ain't falling out of line. I mean, I'd be a fool to do so.
Okay. You seem to have like your business really tight. Do you have any artists that you're mentoring or have under like your label or your publishing company at the current time?
A lot of artists coming up. One thing that I learned is just like running your household. A lot of artists I've helped or I've seen coming up. This I remember, man, back in when I was living in Virginia. What's up, Josh? We was in Newport News just back in '95 when Wu-Tang was coming up, bro. Them niggas came to the pad, yo, and we was doing some music, and them some cool cats, bro. I met Raekwon, Ghostface. I ain't gonna say nothing about some tracks though. But they some cool cats, bro. But they was like, yo, you just come roll with us or whatever. But it's one thing about what my spirit taught me, bro. It was like, nah, man, you gotta always do it your way. That's ODB. Hey, Sean, man, yo, I respect. Yo, I love that brother right there. That's ODB. He always said, yo, bro, whatever you do, bro, you got to always be you and do it your way. This is my way. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm at the pinnacle peak right now where I'm doing it my way. And this is the only way that I know.
All right. Well, but like, okay, you said your way, and you gave me the Wu-Tang story. So, do you have artists under your label, or you don't?
No, what I do is I nowadays I don't put nobody under me. I just do me. And if I work with an artist, I show them the way how to do them so they can empower themselves. Everybody has their own way because you may get artists under your label, and those artists, trust me, they're going to have their own way, and what may go for you may not go for them. So the best way what I do and what I've learned in life is just give people life, give people the information. So it's their choice to go whatever road that they choose. It's kind of like that old saying, I can lead you to the water, but I can't force you to drink. If you want to go fishing, now, I can give you a fish to eat today, but if I teach you how to fish, you can fish for your whole life, and you can learn how to eat.
I can dig that. Who are some of the people that you think, like, your music favors, if anybody?
My music favors a lot of artists, but but the music that I like to make what I call life music. And I haven't really heard, there's a lot of music that moves me throughout the time. And I don't want to put myself in a category because everybody sound good and everybody has a choice to love what they want to love. But I like to make music to give life to people, and and I can't just categorize. I mean, there's a lot of new school artists that sound good. What was I listening to this morning? What's that? I saw a video and them little youngins where they going off of that little. It go like something. Man, I can't even think of it right now. But they was bumping it on the radio, man.